Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, this is not where we left off. I installed the most recent update for the Cottage Witch mod pack, and when I moved my old save file into the new pack, it would not load into the game at all. I'm not sure why, but being mediocre, like broccoli, I'm very mediocre when it comes to tech stuff. I just decided that a restart would be better for me than trying to get this save file back in. But if you know a solution or how to fix this for future updates, let a girl know down in the comments. Also, explain it to me like I'm a 3-year-old. So anyway, as you can see, we started off in a birch forest this time. I made sure I grabbed the slime boots right away from the quest book and took off. We did meet this cutie, Zarptek. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but unfortunately we would not be acquiring a mythic mount today. I also wanted to point out that I decided not to go through the configs again to make sophisticated backpacks accessible early game. As hard as it is, I wanted to challenge myself in that aspect, and challenge myself I did. You will see later on. I missed that backpack, and we are going to make it a point to try to get to the end as soon as possible. I do know there's another mod in the mod pack called Backpacked, but for some reason, I can't get the backpack to open for me. I tried it in my previous play. I tried changing the keybinds, making sure I had it in the right curio slot. I'm not exactly sure what is going on with that. So if you know, let me know down in the comments. Anyway, back to our journey. I was just doing your basic first day in-game gathering of materials, and I was thinking of where I wanted to plant our roots this time. As much as I love the Hermit's Hollow, a plains biome just doesn't seem like the right fit for me, or for really a witch, although I know there are some of y'all witchy folks out there that can absolutely make it work, and I give you all the props because you do awesome. But I also didn't want to do what I did last time, where I put the game into creative and I used the structure blocks to move the Hermit's Hollow to a swamp. That, I don't know, that felt really icky to me. And after that, it actually just kind of ruined my gameplay a bit. So this time around, I decided to go with the other choice I had initially wanted, an autumnal valley. I mean, it's adorable, and witches, pumpkins, and autumn just flow together so well in my opinion. So I was really excited to get going and try to find that. But of course, you know, we needed to gather materials. So here we are, finally ready to start our journey and not a clue on which direction to head. I figured let's go south and start the long road to finding our perfect biome. But because I had spent so much time gathering resources, night was quickly approaching. Fortunately, we stumbled across the Tinker's Workshop where I knew mobs would be minimal and a bed would certainly be available. Unfortunately, a witch was waiting nearby, and as I tried unsuccessfully to climb the ladder, she hit me with her poison. Luckily, we made it upstairs somewhat unscathed, but I had to wait for the poison to wear off before we could get a good night's rest. And honestly, that part always feels like it takes forever for the poison to wear off. Finally, the next morning, I waited a moment while trying to regenerate the rest of my health. I was also way too tempted to start looting, but inventory space was next to none, and we needed to save that only for the most important resources. So I headed back downstairs ready to start our day and find our forever home. I came across an iron sword, which we desperately needed, and then a Skelly decided to be my first monster kill, but not before he brought me down to 2.5 hearts. We really need armor. I hid for a moment to regenerate my health since I knew that other skelly was inside. The loot goblin in me was eager and ready to clean this place dry. I also wanted to grab the sacks since we decided not to bring in backpacks early and we needed whatever extra storage we could get. We returned inside, decimated the second skeleton, and gathered all the sacks there were. And then that same witch from last night showed up and poisoned me on the spot. I tried to gather everything and flee, but she unalived us pretty quickly. Stupid poison potions. Luckily, our respawn point was upstairs. Not taking the bed for once was an absolute win here. Could you imagine having to start all the way back at spawn? I would have shed tears. Anyway, I hightailed it out of there, totally forgetting about our boat, ran into these adorable little raccoons. I made a baby raccoon because they're so cute, and then just kept going. We were on a mission. We were on a journey. We had to find our forever home. This pack is full of structures sprinkled throughout the world. So we came upon an enchantment tower where I knew I'd be able to find extra charcoal, more sacks, good loot, and a bed since we forgot to take the other one. We thanked Billy for their service and hightailed it out of there. Of course, there was another structure just over the hill. And of course, I had to investigate. This seemed like some sort of pillager outpost, and thankfully, the pillagers were almost non-existent. But that did not stop me from releasing an iron golem from their cage. Safety first, kids. I was going to skip looting this structure, but I literally cannot help myself. Is there a Looters Anonymous that I can join? Because this is a problem. So after taking down the one pillager in this structure, of course, I went straight to find the chest. And honestly, this was worth looting because we found some really good things in here. We found our first ender eye, which we would desperately need sooner or later, and we found some starbuncle shards, which we would also desperately need sooner or later. So all in all, not a bad looting session. I did have to come across some yaks because the particular pillager I killed was a banner holder and I had voluntary exile, but that's all besides the point. We continued our journey, came across a portal, and had to grab the loot, of course, but this loot was important because we needed the fire charges in it so we could make our magnum torches later to despawn the mobs. After that, it was just some pretty regular, boring exploring. You like how I made that rhyme, don't you? I did not do that on purpose. There are so many structures to explore, it's insane. The castle we knew for sure would be a safe haven for us to rest, but as I was heading towards it, I noticed that we were extremely slow. So I had to check to see what effect we had going on, and we ended up being over encumbered. It's an effect from the sacks and carrying too much. And as nice and realistic as that is, it would not be efficient for our journey. So I decided to go and change up the config so we wouldn't be punished for our looting habits, and it would also make everything easier. We finally came across our first waystone, which, thank the heavens, we would definitely need those. And then I noticed across the way there was another waystone up on this tiny little hill that we, of course, went and grabbed. From there, we continued our search for our forever home and our exploring. And of course, night approached so fast. but I came upon a dark forest and I noticed some movement over in the woods across the way, and I knew it wasn't going to be a baddie, but of course we had to sleep. So the next morning when we woke up, I went to go check out what it was that we were seeing. And lo and behold, it was moths. They are part of the Mythic Mounts Modpack, and I was going to have myself a moth. If we could get a moth, then we would be set. We could fly and find our biome so much faster. And luckily, thanks to the looting that I did do, we had a saddle. So we got our first moth, and I was so excited. The unfortunate part I'm going to tell y'all right now is I would ask you to name this beauty, but later on, I made a boo-boo and she unfortunately perished. So enjoy the time that we do have with her because it's short. It is short, but she was such a good moth. R.I.P. Oh, such a beauty. But as I said, yes, we had a moth. We could fly. It took me a minute to figure out how to fly with the Mythic Mount, but we did. And after that, it took us no time at all to find an autumnal valley. I was so excited. Before even exploring around this valley to even see how big it was, I just set everything down. I was like, this is it. We're home. But then I came to my senses and I was like, let me go look. Let me see what's going on. And this valley was a pretty decent size, and the area on the other side of this hill was so big and it had so much space, and it also had this really great area inside the mountain that was already nice and flat. And I was like, this is perfect. We could build a hobbit hole into the mountain. And this is our forever home, y'all. We found it. We found it. I was obsessed. I was happy. I picked up my stuff. I said, we're going over here. It's just a couple feet away. Let's go. Like, how perfect is this mountain to just build into? It's like it was put there to be built into. And I was absolutely going to do that. I love building into mountains. It's a little bit easier for me since I'm not a great builder, but it's so much space and you can do so much inside of a mountain. So it was definitely the perfect ending to our day. But the next day, we got to work. We had a ton of stuff we needed to do. We had to make a nature's compass because now we had to go get all of our resources. We were building a hobbit hole. I wanted terracotta because I needed green terracotta to, of course, make the walls to my hobbit hole. So we were on a search to go find a couple different biomes. And I wasn't even worried about it this time because we had a moth. Like, no matter how far away this stuff was, we were going to get there in record time. And in record time, we did. So this was going to be a quick trip. In my head, I said it was going to be a quick trip. I was just coming here. I was just going to gather what terracotta we could and put down a waystone so we could absolutely make sure that we'd be able to come back here because we'll need more. I like terracotta, and I also have put in the botany pot mod, so we would need plenty of terracotta in order to make our botany pots. I thought that was it. I thought we were heading home. And I was trying so hard, y'all, not to be who I am. But unfortunately, when you see a giant tree, in the background, you're going to stop to try to figure out what it is. And it was a treehouse. It was so cute. And of course, I looted it. This time, I didn't even care about grabbing loot. I had all my sacks. I had a moth that could fly. I looted this place. I stripped it of all of it. It was a really cool structure. And then I was like, okay, now we're heading home. We're going straight home. And we did. And I'm proud of myself for that. We had our terracotta. We had a whole bunch more loot that we had no space for, but we were back home. After that, I thought it would be a good idea to go do a little bit of mining. I saw there was like this little hole in the ground over here, and it was kind of already pretty perfect to make a little mining shaft out of. This won't be our final mining area, but it's what's working for us now. The best part of doing the little bit of mining we did in that area was that we found our first lucky rock. And lucky rocks are a part of Majru's accessories, and they help you when you're mining. You have a chance to find something else, and it's just so cool because not only do you get like maybe an extra piece of iron or an extra piece of gold, but you'll also get diamonds, and then Nether, you can get pieces of ancient debris. No, not ancient debris. Netherite scraps. I never remember the names. I always get confused. But it's one of the best accessories to have, especially if you're doing a bunch of mining. And it also saved me once from having to ever go like deep into the Nether and look for ancient debris. Like, I just used that and it was perfect. Anyway, we made ourselves a little staircase down. We looked around to see what was going on. I was trying to see like how much water am I going to run into, because this is the second time now that I've ran into a bunch of water while trying to mine down. And we all know mining into water sucks. So I found a little area on the map that I thought I could just maybe go like east or west versus the way I was going right now. And we did. We finally found a cavern. So I started making my way down, and I will tell you it was terrifying because one, it was a long drop. Even though we have our slime boots on, it's still a long drop. But as I'm making this staircase down, I see that tail and I'm like, what the heck is that? We came into a dragon's lair, a dragon's cave. And I was like, this is so cool. Stop it. Now, dragons for mythic mounts are supposed to be rare. And so I took this as like, this is pretty lucky find. Like, heck yeah. Unfortunately, dragons are also hostile until they are tamed, and you will see very shortly the pain and strife we went through in this particular tunnel. No amount of laying torches was protecting us here in this cave. I don't know why I just said tunnel previously. It is what it is. So there you go. The dragon barely touched me. They touched me with their wing, and I was demolished. So that was death number one. And then, of course, you have those things that are terrifying. But now we had to make it back down and go get our stuff because I didn't want to lose anything. And of course, it was right beside the dragon. And I'm like, if even a dragon's like touch is murderous to us, then like, what am I going to do here? This is insane. So try to get our stuff again, died again, and now I'm coming down, and now the dragon is flying. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. This thing is going to hit me, and we're going to die again. But we stayed away. We stayed away for a moment, and then of course there were all the other mobs that were just like, oh, we want a piece of you too. And it was okay for 5 seconds. It was okay. There are so many mobs in this particular cavern. I have the game on hard, so I don't know why I'm surprised, but I mean, really, I got killed by a zombie. Okay, a zombie. And now here's the dragon. Watch. Like, Didn't even touch me, just hit me with their wing. This was getting out of hand. These were the first of a lot of deaths. There's a quest in the game where it's like die 50 times. See, look at that. Just hit me with their wing and knocked me off, and I was down to 2 hearts. Like, how was I gonna get out of this? But there's a quest in the game that's like die 50 times. Y'all, by the end of this episode, I will have died at least 30 times. Half of it is because of this cavern. The other half you'll see later. But I've perished in this particular episode. I have never played so poorly. Like, I mean, I obviously don't have good armor. Nothing is enchanted. I have a mediocre sword. So I'm really not at my best right now, and coming down here was a huge mistake, but I did it anyways. I kept doing it. So finally, there is a command in this game. It's for creative flight, but you don't have to be in creative to have the flight. It's just a command, fly, and your name. I try not to use it often, but in this particular situation, I wasn't getting out of here alive anytime soon. And I had to just come to terms, put on creative flight for a moment, and get my stuff and get my butt back out of there. I have not since returned to that cavern, and I don't know if I will again, because we perished so much. It was ridiculous. Anyways, I came back up. I just started mining again, looking for some stuff, and started to do kind of like a little strip mine. And of course, came across another little cavern where I had to fight these guys off. Luckily, this time, I had a little bit of protection with the wall, so that wasn't horrible. But I was just like, can I get a break? Can we not have mobs for like 5 seconds so I can just like enjoy some mindless mining? Is that possible? It will be. It will be eventually. So a few of the first things that I wanted to work on now that we were settled was getting my easy villagers set up, at least my iron villagers, so we would have a good supply of iron coming in, because obviously coming down to these caverns was not ever going to be a safe deal. And we needed iron, we needed all the things. So that was our first thing. I wanted to get easy villagers set up. I wanted to start getting some of our botany pots set up with essential like trees, like we would need spruce and oak and whatever other tree we found. And then of course, setting up our place to live. So I did start digging a big hole right in the middle and got to that. And then I was like, we need more stuff. So of course we had to go on to an adventure. And we went to a village where I looted like crazy. I made sure every single house was touched by my looty little sticky fingers. After our little looting escapade, we started our way home, and as soon as we got back, we started the process to get the items we needed to get our easy villagers going. We needed iron desperately. We needed the tools, we needed the armor, we needed all of it. So we grinded down some cinnabar to make some redstone. We made several furnaces that we are going to later turn these into like a nice little smelting, super smelter type deal. But anyway, we got on to smelting our sand because we needed all the glass to make the easy villagers. And again, I just want to put this out there that easy villagers is not a part of the Cottage Witch mod pack. It is a mod that I added myself. I feel like it's a really great quality of life mod, because if you've ever tried to get villagers into a rail cart and all the way to wherever your trading hall might be, it is one of the biggest pains in the neck. So I am obsessed with this mod. It's one that I always want to use in my playthroughs, and I'll never not use it. Sorry, not sorry. But back to it. So we finally got all the resources we needed, or so I thought, to make are iron easy villagers, but I thought I needed all iron. I needed 2 pieces of iron and a stone. So we had to quickly smelt some stone, which took no time at all. And then finally we had our iron villagers. Thank the heavens, because I can't wait. I can't wait to get my hands on this iron, y'all. I cannot wait to have better tools and a little bit better, decent armor. After this, I wanted to get botany pots started too. So I already had terracotta, but I wanted green. So in order to get green dye, you need a cactus. And one of the only places to find cacti we know are in the desert. So I decided to teleport over to the Badlands, and from there I would use the nature's compass to find a closer desert, since they're typically pretty close to each other. But this one was still about 5,000 blocks off. Luckily, we have our sweet moth, and it took us next to no time to get to a desert. This desert, this little place where I landed, was pretty cool. It had these like abandoned, destroyed type structures that of course I had to go and explore and loot. And then it also had these little ceramic pots that had, I wouldn't say great loot in them, but definitely essential items that we would need later on, like string or bone or little like iron or gold nuggets. So definitely worth looking into these little guys. I have the resources I need thanks to them. So after our looting, me and my sweet girl took off to the skies to head home, but not before I saw some weird structures in a mangrove swamp, and I was like, oh, let's go check these out. Because, you know, again, I keep saying it, I'm very repetitive about it, but my little looting heart. These structures were weird. They seem like they might have been like temples at one time or pyramids or something, but they did have loot in them. I wouldn't say it was the best loot, but the best thing about these structures is that they were covered in frog lights. So of course, I was like, I can't get shroom lights yet. We're not going to the Nether. I'm going to grab these frog lights, which we all know are super hard to get. So I was looting the heck out of them. And while I was doing so, I saw these shrimp, these mantis shrimp in the little pond or whatever. And I was like, I first thought they were like some type of skeleton sea creature, but no, they were mantis shrimp, and they were really cool. Anyway, back to our looting. So I'm gonna leave it here because we did loot quite a bit. We found some good items, and this is where you're gonna see later on in the game. This is where I got all my frog lights from, because there were so many. I came out with like 15 of each color. So we were set, we were good. One thing I like to do is I like to like put my frog lights underneath the ground and like put a piece of moss carpet over them, and it's a really great light source while hiding the light source. We came across a deep ruins, but I didn't stick around too long because we've already seen one in one of our last videos, but luckily we had found one in this video to where we would be able to come back to it. We headed home, and now we are on the building part. I love how this staircase turned out. I saw this on Pinterest, a similar staircase to this. I loved the curve of it, and I just thought that would look so cool in front of our hobbit hole. After that, I started cleaning out the house, cleaning out all the stone, because we were putting down some flooring. Now, I say later in the game that I think this parquet is from Hearth and Home, and that's another mod that I've added to the game. But now that I'm thinking about it, I can't be 100% sure where this came from. But it's a cool flooring. I like having different types of flooring to put into the game, or like different types of like designs on our planks. So it really gives a lot of character to whatever you're building. That's one of my favorite things about mods, is they add so much. After that, I got bored with building, so I made us a couple cages, and we were going on yet another adventure. I wanted to get the other giant moth that was in the dark forest, when we found our first baby, and that's exactly what we were on our way to do. Now, the cages have to be configured to be able to pick up all mods, by the way. So normally the config is it can only pick up small mobs, but you can go in and change it to pick up all mobs. So I changed that configuration, and then we came to the dark forest. We looked around for a little bit. I also needed sheep. I needed pig. I needed sheep for their wool so I could make this particular wallpaper I wanted to put in the house. And then we found our other giant moth. So now I was really excited about this. I was so excited about this. I was like, I have these two moths. I'm going to breed them. I'm going to have like giant moths all over our property. Like they're just all going to be there looking gorgeous and so on. And unfortunately, that will not happen. We get back. I'm making a pen for our sheep because I need to get the wool as soon as possible. Like I'm trying to get this house done. I am trying to get at least a decent sized inventory, a decent inside done so we can move inside and get started on refined storage. So this part was really essential because obviously we needed the items, but there are these really cool wallpapers in the game by a mod called Cluttered, and I love them. They're so cool and they just add so much personality to your builds. So this is why the sheep were so important. We needed that wool, we needed their resources too. We needed food, really. I got started on the walls. This trim is chef's kiss. I love having like a wainscoting type trim. I thought that was so cool that was something that we could do. And then after I got that place down, I wanted to start on the outside of the build. We obviously needed a wall to protect us from the elements and from the hostile mobs. So I told you guys I needed my green terracotta. I love this green terracotta so much. It's just such a beautiful shade of green. Now, building my hobbit hole, I did take inspiration again from another picture I saw on Pinterest. I didn't want necessarily just a circle, but I saw this picture where a person kind of had it like arch out, and I thought that was really beautiful, and I wanted to do something very similar to that. And then once we had the safety of our home, I decided to go in and I wanted to build a fireplace. Nothing says cozy and hobbit hole like a fireplace, in my opinion. After that, we were getting started on our wallpaper. I can't wait for you guys to see this. And of course, it is green because green is my favorite color. It's this beautiful checkered type pattern, and I am a sucker for like gingham and checkers. So I was definitely like, yeah, we're using this. We're totally using it. Obviously, I'm not going to use it through the entire house because that would just be overkill. But for our front room, our entry, whatever this room is going to turn into, that is what I used it for. And I just like having like the different contrasting shades of green. I also cut out a couple places where I am going to use as like hallways or other rooms, so we can really build into this mountain and use it to, you know, make our home. Now, as I always say, I am no expert at this stuff. I am really just taking inspiration from all of the other amazing builders out there in YouTube that I have been learning from over the years. So I will never claim any of these as like an original idea because they're just not original ideas for me. But after that, I started getting everything ready for our refined storage stuff. So one thing we need a ton of for refined storage is slime. I decided to fly over to a swamp, which also was beside a mangrove swamp, and a white mangrove swamp at that, and it was so pretty. I couldn't stand it. But I came a little too early, so we had to wait until, you know, it was at 6:30. Then I came across the snowy creepers, y'all. And unfortunately, I had to execute one because there's a quest where you have to get all creepers, and unfortunately the docile ones are also on that list. So I hated that I had to do it, but I did it anyway. And now I'm gonna tell you, like, this is not a good trip to get slime. I'm gonna warn you right now. Like, nothing about what is happening here is good. This is another place where we take a lot of damage and they take several more lives from us because there are just so many mobs. It was ridiculous. And I was like, I'm just here for the slime. Like, can I just get my slime and go? And they were like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But you'll see later that we are able to get, well, we're kind of able to get the slime that we need in a different sort of way. And of course, now I was poisoned and I died again. After that, I just hightailed it home. I was like, this is ridiculous. We have at least enough slime to do a gateway pearl later, which I will show you guys later on in the video that is coming. But I wasn't going to take that. Anyway, the next day I was like, here's another great idea. Let's go to the Nether. We need glowstone and quartz for some refined storage items. So I went and I got some obsidian from a lava pool that was fairly close to our base. We are coming to the point to where a voiceover is kind of no longer necessary, where I felt like we were caught up enough in the game to start talking again, I guess you could say, while I was recording. But I did it this way, like the first with like a voiceover, because I just kind of wanted to like talk through it while we were getting everything done versus being like, okay, hey, I'm back, I have all this stuff, this is what happened, and here we are now. No, I wanted you guys to see that too and experience all my deaths with me. But without further ado, we are going into the Nether, and you will now be hearing from past Kelly. So good luck. And we're kind of back now to where we left off. I will tell you that this is not a good spawn point. Oh gosh. So before everything went haywire and my saves file wouldn't load right, we had such a good Nether spawn point that I was working on recording for y'all. We were in, we landed right, what's the word I'm looking for? Our spawn was right by a Nether tower, and it was glorious. We had some other like giant portal type thing around, and we were also near a warped forest. What is that? Is that a bastion? Probably, since we're over here. So I left a couple like things out. I want to get to refine storage like as quickly as possible, just because, yeah, this is a bastion, right? Yep, there he is. There's a brute. There's a big old meanie. But I also wanted to get to a warped forest because in the warped forest is oh gosh, I'm like right in the middle of this place. Oh my goodness. It's called a nether bat. And do you guys know what I didn't do? Oh, oh, no. No. This is the mare. I think you can, I should really stop hurting you. I should try to ride you. Well, I'm just gonna die in the nether now. Oh, I was not planning on it being, let me stop myself. I was planning on another like semi-peaceful biome, and this ain't it. This ain't it. Oh, hello, Sherry. I love that there are trading goblins in here. But I have nothing to give Sherry, so how are we gonna do this? First we're gonna eat because we're about to die. There's like not even any glowstone close to. Oh, this place scares me. Let's see. It looks like it's just all basalt delta. Wait, what is that? A sub-zero hypogel. And then, yeah, all the sub-zero stuff. So we've really got to go searching for some stuff. Don't you do that. Don't you try to knock me off. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, gosh. Okay. I hate this place. I hate this place. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Really, all we need right now is glowstone, and there is none to be found over here. I feel like, oh wait, it's on the ceilings over there, but I don't think I'll have enough. Whatchamahoozits. Look at the mushrooms though. The mushrooms are so cute. I love how they're 3D. Oh, you son of a beast. I'm not good at these. Oh, you're too far above me. What is that? Is that something? Oh man. Oh, you stinky. Oh, little brats. Get away from me. Nope. I should really stop embarrassing myself. They won't leave me alone. Oh, wow. What is this? Oh, I keep thinking I have my slime boots on, and I don't. I took them all off. Is this? Oh my gosh. Shut up. This is so cool. It's like a quartz geode, I think. We're gonna take all this because we will need a ton of smoky quartz for the whatchamacallit for refined storage. So we're gonna take as much of this as we possibly can. I was actually, this is so funny that we found this because I was reading up on Spelunkery last night. I'm not very familiar with that mod. And it was talking about this because we also need to find magnetite. And as y'all saw, I was trying to find magnetite, but I didn't. And I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to find that. It said it's a rare drop from cobble deep slate, and you could also find it in iron veins. So there is another mod I put in here, and it's called Potions Master. And what it does, it has, oh, I'm poisoned. Is this poisoning? Oh, it's the mushrooms. No. Oh my gosh. So you don't break the mushrooms. Holy bejesus. Look at that. Oh, this is horrible. But I put Potions Mastered in because it has these ore potions, I guess is the best way to put it. And you can, you make the potion and you can find it. This is Glowstone Gardens. Okay. This is kind of where we need to be, yeah? But nothing's glowing. A soul shroom? Don't see any glowstone here. Oh gosh. This is really horrible. We spawned in such a terrible spot. Wow. I kind of want to go back and get one of the moths, but I also don't want to bring the moths in here. I just don't feel like it would be safe for them. Oh gosh, I hate this. No! You? Bad words. I think we can make, you know what, let's go, we're gonna teleport home, and I think we can make an obsidian boat. And I think the obsidian boat will help us across the lava. Okay, there is an obsidian boat. We just have to figure out where I put all my obsidian. All right, so we'll make an obsidian boat. I mean, got a good bit of glowstone, but we're gonna go ahead, put all of that in there, that in there. Oh wait, nothing else is fitting. This is our bag. We gotta do a couple things, but right now I just want to make sure. Yeah, the obsidian boat can float on lava and we won't take damage. Perfect. So that is mega helpful. Oh, okay, y'all. I should have brought the nature's compass too. We're going back. I thought I was like super prepared for this, and I am not. I am not. I really would just want like a warped forest. I think that would be nice. I should have brought some waystones too, now that I'm thinking about it. But you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. Warper. Warp desert. There's a desert? Where is it? It's this way. And it's 2,600 blocks. Not too bad. We're just gonna kind of mine our way through. Oh, look at that. We got our first piece of netherite scrap. Yes. I love this. I love this lucky rock so much. Literally my pride and joy. Ooh, what is that? That's so pretty. It almost looks like honey blocks. Oh, get out of here. Did we find a, who's it? A fortress? By chance? Or is that just a Blaze being a brat? I want to try to get over here. And... Hey! Oh god. There is lava everywhere. Okay, no. I hate it here too. Oh. Hate blazes. Sounded really close, didn't it? Just cut that guy's fire! See, you just made him mad. Now I'm on fire. Get away from me. There you go. Why am I always on fire? You pickle, where'd you go? I knew you were up here. They're everywhere. Oh my god. Oh god, we're gonna die. Please don't kill me. I'm sorry. I didn't do anything wrong. Ooh. Oh my gosh. What is that? That looks ginormous. Okay, what the heck is that? There is one way to get across. And it unfortunately is the least safe way. Oh my god, I'm terrified. Oh wait, we have a lava boat. I mean, we have a lava boat. We have an obsidian boat. Here goes nothing. Ah! Oh my god. What is that thing? Did you guys just see that? Get me out of here. Get me out of here as quickly as humanly possible. This is terrifying. Oh my god. But also exhilarating. Wow. I can't believe we're doing this. This is actually kind of cool. But still scary because I know that there are big things in the water. Now, the big question... No. Shucks. We're gonna die. We're dead. We're dead. Oh my god, that was horrible. I don't know what to do. We need another obsidian boat. That's all I know. Alright, well, here goes nothing. Cheers to death. I will come back to you guys when I Where's my hole? When I get to my stuff. And hopefully unscathed. So we'll see how this goes. BRB. Why am I poisoned? Why are you coming after me? No! I thought I had a gold helmet on. Oh gosh, we're gonna die again. We're just, yep. I hate it here. Okay, so we have, there's a so the biome that we died in with our freaking lava, our obsidian boat. Oh, son of a peanut. You go away. Not them. It's the ghast that's over there. Don't look at me like that. No, no. Oh. Oh god. Okay. You know what? If we die here, it's fine. It's at home. Okay, y'all. So I went back to the Nether multiple times and died multiple more times. So I've just decided not to put any of that footage in here because it was, quite frankly, embarrassing. I did end up getting to a semi-peaceful biome, which we'll probably revisit in the next episode, but we will not be visiting the Nether anymore in this episode. We also found another fortress, and unfortunately I wasn't able to get any of the whatchamacallits, the wither heads that I needed to get for one thing for refined storage that we're gonna need. So we're gonna have to revisit that too. But for now, this place, no, we are not doing it. No, 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 no. We don't want it. I've died 29 times. 29 times, and most of that happened in there. So just taking it out. So if it seems like it starts over in a weird place, it does, because I've just removed a lot. Anyway, thanks for understanding. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program. Bye. Okay, I think we've had enough of the Nether. We just need to not. I'm gonna put all this stuff away. We will figure out a few more things, and we're gonna get started on refined storage because honestly, that's what we need right now. Look at this place is a mess. Okay, because we're gonna need a bunch of slime and a bunch of ender pearls. We are gonna make these things. These are called gateway pearls, and what they do is they're pretty neat. I left the slime out there, didn't I? Hurry up before it gets dark. What they do is they open a gateway, and whatever mob that you have that particular gateway is to, those mobs will come out, and then you can get a good bit of them and their drops. So that actually helps out a ton. So you need one ender pearl, and then you do it like this, and now you have a small slime gateway. And then it's going to use all of our ender pearls, but this is a small enderman gate, and we need that. And if we need any more enderman pearls, we're going to have to go to the Nether, because it is what it is. But I want to go get this done. I want to get this stuff, get it going, and so we can get this storage, because look at this. This is insane. This is why I'm kind of bummed that the sophisticated backpacks are locked behind the end, because this is too much. That's just too much. Oh, I took my slime boots off. We need to find them and put them back on. Let's take that down. We're gonna have a nice open area. So we put this one down first, and we'll get our slimies. And that's all you do. And it tells you up at the top, it tells you like how many waves there are. So you get 5 waves, and each wave is more whatchamacallit, like intense than the first. And it also tells you like your time. So you have like this many minutes before, or this many seconds, not minutes, before your next wave is starting. Oh my god, how are we about to die? But you can't get too far away from the portal, because if you do, everything will despawn. I can't believe we just died again. Like, we are not having luck. We are having no luck. Okay, I want to get closer to the portal, though. Is that everybody? Okay, so we did not even get a full stack. That's a bummer, but it is what it is. I'm gonna make, I don't know why I did it this far back. I didn't need to do that. So the Enderman one, the Endermen do come out angry. So we're just gonna stay right here, protected. Are you kidding me? Like, this is insane. Am I really that weak? I mean, I know we don't have enchantments or anything, but still. Oh god, they're coming after me. And then, oh no. No. We didn't even get one ender pearl. Whatever, we got our slime. Let's just craft what we need. So first and foremost, we need the slime and the string. We're gonna make as much of that as we can because we will need quite a bit. And then the next thing we need are these. And we're gonna need a lot of those. So it's redstone. Wait, what was it? Redstone, smoky quartz, and iron. Yeah. So that's 64. Smoky. Nope, that's just regular quartz. Smoky quartz and one of these. Because these we will need the most of. And I'm actually going to make, here's my iron bag right here. Like, it's no joke. Like, we're gonna need a ton of these. And I still don't even feel like 3 stacks is gonna be enough. But we'll work with what we have to. Okay, so we have those going. The next one we need is going to be the gold ones. And for the gold, we only need 12. So that we just need to add gold to our... I think we're going to need more redstone though. Yeah, that only gave us 5. What did we run out of? Smoky quartz. And then the last one we need is the diamond one. And for that, we only need 8 of those. That actually might be a lie. I feel like I need the diamond for something else. Because what we're doing here, what we're getting ready for is these are our storage discs. So we want the one that goes up to 64K so we can have the max amount of stuff we need. And then we need to make aluminite. So that's what we want to get ready because these things here, the storage disc, are what we need the most parts for. And they take up a lot. They take up a lot of time. And then the aluminite, we're actually going to make a full stack of that, although we might need... Oh, that just gave us a ton. Okay, wow. And then with these, how many of the primal runic processors? We're going to need 1 there. So we just need, for our lodestone, we need 1. And then what about... That's for a diamond. So we need another diamond one. To make our crafting grid, we need another diamond one. So that's 2 more of the diamond ones we need. And then we need to smell all of these too. So I think that is everything we need. But there is something very important, and I'm not sure if we've gotten there yet. So let's go to storage. We need to make all of these in order to get this starbuncle wheel, because we have to have this starbuncle wheel in order to make the core. And the core is our most important part. So we need to make a lodestone, but we can't make a lodestone until we get a piece of magnetite, which once we complete that particular quest, we'll also get a piece of magnetite. So if we just pull a few of these out, we should get that quest. Perfect. There we go. So that quest is completed. We're going to take that starbuncle wheel and that raw magnetite. And then we gotta go to sleep first. I can't believe I let the waiver timers expire. Like, that's such a bummer. But we'll get through it. So now for this, in order to make this, we need a lodestone core. So we need cinnabar, the magnite, and then some chiseled stone brick. We have stone right here. Let's put some of this away for just a moment. So we're gonna do that. We need that. And then I don't know if this will be enough.
it might not be. It said it only needs 2 pieces, so we only have to make 4 of these. 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And then now we need this, which is like any piece of stone and some aluminite. And we actually, I think we need, let's just do 3 just in case. All right. Now we're going to grab our smoky quartz. We're going to grab our wheel. And what are we missing? Oh, our lodestone core. Wait, that's what we were working on, right? Our cinnabar, which we have right here. And then let's go. Oh, we just got our first lodestone. We're going to put that right there. Next up, we're going to make the grid. So we need glass. Take some more of these guys. Is everybody over here done? Yeah. And then we need to make a couple of these, which we need quartz for. 3 of each of these. We need to grab our glowstone and 3 of those. And now we can make our grid. But we don't want just the grid, because all the grid does is just show us what's in storage. There is a crafting grid, which is this one right here. And that is exactly the one that we want. But we're going to do a little switcheroony really quick. We're going to put, oh wait, why did I do that? We're going to take this crafting block out and bring this crafting block into it. And we should have it. So now we have a crafting brick grid. And when we put the crafting grid there, now you see we have a crafting grid. So whenever we go to check our storage, this is really one of my favorite things, is that you can just come to your JEI, click whatever you put in there, do your little plus sign, and it will all come down here. And it's all in your storage already. And then there's this other cool thing that I like a lot, which is the search box mode. I'm not going to do it right. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. But if you go from normal to auto selected to JEI synchronized, but you want JEI synchronized auto selected. So when I come into here and I just like type in refine storage, it's also going to bring refine storage up on my JEI screen. So I'll have all of my refined storage that's in my storage stuff. And then I'll have all the recipes right here. So that's super helpful. Okay, on to the next. Now we need to make the disk drive. And what are we missing? We just need a chest, which I know somewhere in this mess of stuff, we have one. Yep, see, there we go. We had 2 right there, perfect. So we are going to get that together really quick. Now this is what's going to hold all of our stuff. If you look right now, this can hold 0. Our storage cannot hold anything. So we have to put the disk in here to tell our storage, you know, you can hold this amount. This is the amount of space. It's just like a computer basically. So we're gonna go back to refine storage, and we have to make a lot of these. So in order to make 3 of these, we need 9 of these. Hold on, I have to do the math in my head because we're gonna need a lot more. To make 3 of those, we need 9. What's 9 times 3? 27. So we need 27 of these, right? Yeah, 27. I'm telling y'all, I literally never get this right. Never. Well, we have that. Now we just need our casing. We need to make redstone glass. And then you put these 2 together and voila, we have our first 64K disc. And we just put it in here. And now you'll see we have 64K space for storage, which thank the heavens. So if I just go and throw everything in here, hold on, give me back this axe. That's all I want. And break all of these guys open. There is a way better way also to do this. If you already have like a really good storage established, there are importers and exporters you can use. And that just, instead of having to like break everything, it really like helps ease along the process. But our storage is just way too wonky to honestly do anything about it. So we're just going to throw as much in here as we humanly possibly can. I'd like to get rid of the sacks first. And then once we're done, we'll just move all of this inside. So, I mean, and with refined storage too, it's not like you need crazy items. I mean, the craziest item you need is the Starbuncle wheel, but that you get from a quest, like from completing the quest. So you really don't need crazy items. Along with like the magnetite, you get it from a quest. So like it's literally helping you out. It's literally saying, here is everything you need. You just have to do these simple little things first. So, and I mean, it takes a while. It'll take a couple tries to get used to it and figure it out and all that jazz. But once you do get it figured out, like, it's easy. It's so nice because it's just everything in one place. Your crafting table, like, you don't have to have this giant storage room. It's just taking up everywhere. Oh, look at this. Look at it all going in there. It's lovely. It's lovely. But we will be doing something with functional storage too, because I do like to have my ores available kind of like immediately, and I love functional storage as well. So we'll be combining the two, and I'll walk you guys through how we're gonna do that and combine them and get them all to work together properly. Oh, this makes me so happy. You have no idea. I get so easily overwhelmed when like my storage is out of whack, because as you saw, like, I was literally just going through every little thing, like just trying to find one thing, and that's what happens in the beginning of everybody's game, right? Like, we just throw everything into a chest because we don't have the time. We've got to go do stuff. We got to get our lives together up here before we like perish from starvation. So happens to the best of us. But this is, if in the beginning game, this is exactly what I would work towards. I wouldn't work towards anything else. Like, I mean, obviously getting yourself like a place to live and, you know, establish like that and food. But one of the #1 top things I would do is getting my storage going. That would be my recommendation. Oh, this is so fantastic. Yay, look at that. It's all gone. Oh, this is amazing. I want to get a lot of this stuff like up to the house, like closer to the house, inside the house. There we go. All of this I'm going to leave here for now. I want you guys to come on. And we're just going to pick everything up. And see, no storage is falling out anywhere. Nothing's going crazy or anything like that. And we can go inside because we also have storage in here. So let's see. We'll do that really quick. That's not going to be its final place. What I'm planning is to have, you know, multiple rooms coming off. Like, we're going to have a smelting area. We're going to have a kitchen. We're going to be able to do all kinds of stuff through these walls. And that's kind of one of the reasons I really love building into mountains, is because you're not constrained to just one building. Like, you can do so much in there. Although we're still going to build, you know, like, we need a stable for all of our mythic mounts. We need a greenhouse because it's silly if we would keep plants in here. So yeah. We're going to do all of that, but now we have our storage. Okay, and the last thing we are going to do today is we are going to get this finished looking cute, like a little hobbit hole, for real. So I'm going to work on this, and I will come back to show you guys the end result. BRB. Okay, y'all, here is the finished outside. I am so proud of this because I did take inspiration from like pictures that I found on Pinterest, but I tried to do as much of it as my own. And as we know, I talked about this, like, I am not a good builder. I'm not talented like that. It just isn't happening. But if I put us in free cam, you can see I use the orange oak saplings, which I feel like are so perfect for this biome. And then I have a whole bunch of those frog lights we found. Oh, hold on. Oh gosh, free cam's kind of it, but I have a whole bunch of the frog lights that we found from that swamp biome covered up all around, so there's lots of light. And then if you come up here, this is the end result. I just put in a couple fake windows with the frog lights behind them so it lit it up more, but that's my little hobbit hole. Look at it. I am so proud of it. I put a little flower box out. I wanted to like really clutter this up with nature, and that's exactly what I did. I wanted it to look secluded, and by the time that we're done with all of this area, like it's going to be like an autumnal Pumpkin Valley woods place. So I am really, really, really proud of it. And then now we just need to start working on the inside. I did start working on the kitchen. I love these tiles. These are from Hearth and Home, which is a mod that I added in. And then we have the spruce trim, which is also from Hearth and Home, that I love so much. So it really like helps you like decorate the inside of your house. The spruce parquet floors, Hearth and Home. And then, you know, we have cluttered wallpaper and everything. I cleaned out this is going to be like our workroom, and then we're going to have like a little stairway going down here where we're going to make our smelter, but it is on the other side. So I kind of want to build something over here, like maybe like a tower or something coming up to close that off. But we're going to open this area up and make this like where our smelter is, kind of like our work area is going to be over here. It's going to have our storage things. It's going to have our easy villagers. It's going to have everything we need. And then the kitchen will be like where we do our hexerai spells and our cooking and all of that. So I can't wait to get all of that ready to go. But yeah, thank you for being patient with me. I still can't believe that that save file did not load correctly, and it still won't load correctly. I've tried, I feel like everything to get the old save file back in here, but it's just not happening. So with that being said, I feel like this was a really good restart to this. I feel like we're actually a little bit more progressed right now than we were in our last one, which is definitely awesome. But next time, I feel like I want to like do some hexerai stuff. I want to build a tower. We got to build a greenhouse. We have so much to do and all the time in the world to do it. So until next time, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have the best time zone. And as always, if you enjoyed your time here, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. Bye.